All right, folks, what's going on? It's your man Jay, and I'm back with another video. Decided to go ahead and put the iPhone 11 Pro on the tripod and talk about it with this video. I love using devices to give you updated information on it. So this is the cameras on the iPhone 11 Pro. My latest purchase from Apple is the 5.8-inch version of this phone. I want to talk about battery in this particular video. So I was ill for a few days, and I was in the bed pretty much for the last 3 days. But I'm not 100, but I'm definitely up and moving around and feeling a heck of a lot better. And that's what brings me to this video. The battery life on this phone is fantastic. There's no other way to say it. I wasn't expecting this fantastic battery life from this little phone. It definitely gave me over 7 hours of screen on time and more than a day of usage, probably like a day and a half. I was taking screenshots and everything, and I really wanted to get some coverage out there, but I just wasn't up to it. So I said, you know what, every now and then I'll roll over and take a screenshot and then go back to sleep. And so ultimately I ended up doing that once or twice, I guess. But the battery on this phone shocked me. Now, Apple doesn't talk about numbers. They don't say our battery is 3,400. They don't do that. So I guess in essence, it really doesn't matter how big the battery is for some phones, because there are phones out there with 4,000 milliamp hour batteries that just don't have great battery life. And then there are phones out there that have 2,000 milliamp hour batteries inside, but have fantastic battery life. Go figure. Optimization is the key. And this is well known by now. If you're into the technology thing, you know that optimization is what's more important than the size of the battery. So with that being said, I was able to go, now granted, like I said, I've been sick for the last 3 days, but the phone lasted almost, not 2 days, but a little over a day and a half actually. And I was able to grab more than 7 hours of screen on time with this device. Now, all I did during that time, a lot of sleeping, obviously, because I was really sick. But every now and then, when the medicine would kick off and I was getting a little juice, I had to get up and eat and stuff like that and keep myself going. I would put it to the side and watch a video or just read articles. And before I knew it, it was time to take my medicine again, and I was back to sleep again. But in between time, lots of reading, praying, and obviously, and the phone did very, very well, folks. I'm surprised. Here's the thing about Apple's ecosystem. People complain about it. I've made my statements about Apple, but reality is I'm not an Apple Apple supremacist. I don't know if that's a word. I'm not just full-fledged Apple, but I keep a neutral stance across the board for all operating systems, and so that's why I can faithfully use Apple and faithfully use Android. Now, you guys know that I definitely prefer Android, but with that being said, I like Apple products. You know that I'm pro their other products like iPad, computers, MacBooks, stuff like that. But reality is, folks, let's not sleep on this device and all the new iPhones. They are really good. And while I'm not like overly ecstatic about what Apple's fake names for all these, the XKDR, the screen, all that crap, that's all marketing, folks. Reality is the phone has fantastic battery and fantastic cameras. These are the cameras from the phone. The phone's up on a tripod right now, and no external mics, no nothing. This is just the phone. And this is the best part about doing YouTube for me, is I get to show you, it's late in the evening and I just have the lights on in my dining area, like for real. And now granted, my lights in my house, spoiler, I've changed all my lights to LED. I'm crazy, right? I've changed all my lights to LED lights, really expensive LED lights for the dining area, because you can't find good quality LED lights that go like for natural for your house. You got to spend a little bit of change per bulb, but it's totally worth it. Because I know that I want to shoot video late in the evening, and I don't want to bring the big spotlights down here. So this phone is giving it to you like this. I don't have to worry about charging the phone every day. I don't have to worry about software crashes. For the most part, I don't have to worry about battery life. This is something that I think you should really take note of. this battery on this little version of the iPhone 11 Pro, then you have the Pro Max, which I've already reviewed for you guys partially. It's got fantastic battery, and the iPhone 11 has great battery. I will go so far as to say this iPhone 11 Pro, the 5.8-inch model that I'm using to record this, has just as good a battery as the iPhone 11. It probably doesn't match my Max that I bought. That phone is closer to like 9-10 hours off of a single charge. This one is like 7.5. That's actually really doggone good when I compare it next to my iPhone 10 and my 10R. It's right there with the 11. It's got great battery life, folks, and I would highly recommend it if you don't want the big iPhone 11 Pro Max. If that's too much phone, you get the same phone right here. You may get a smaller battery, but this phone's battery. Now, okay, let's disclaimer here. Battery always depends on the user, but some things are just there, and every user will probably get it the same. And battery life is what you're hearing. Everybody who owns the iPhone 11s, everybody's saying that they have great battery, so there's no reason for us to make this up. I'm going to tell you that if you have any other iPhone, if you don't have an iPhone that takes advantage of the facial recognition and the memojis and all that stuff, move up to that at least. If you want to get into something that's going to last you for several years, you can start with like the 10S. You can't find that at Apple anymore, but you can find them online if you want to. Or start with the 10R. That way you get some sense of what Apple's bringing to the table as far as battery life and cameras. Performance is going to be great with all these iPhones, and it's just a matter of which one do you want if you want one. And I would tell you to start with at least the 10R, but I would say try to get the 11. It will be totally worth it, because with that, you get all the new camera system. You don't have to do it once. So think of it this way. I've said it before, and if you hear a lot of people saying this, if you don't have this, start, if you have anything below the 8, I would say, if you don't have at least a 10, go straight to the 11. Anything under the 10, I would say 10 on down, including the 10, go to the 11. Just go to the 11, not the 11 Pro. If you want to save money, just go to the 11. Because it has the dual camera setup and it has the fantastic battery. Yes, I know it doesn't have the telephoto lens and it doesn't have the OLED display and all this AMOLED, but you don't need that, folks. But I'm telling you for sure, you have my word, you will get fantastic battery on all 3 of these iPhone 11s. I've done it. So, wanted to give you a quick video, folks. I think this was quick. I'm kind of excited to be back in my flow of, recording. I love doing recordings. And being sick nobody likes to be sick. So, do you have an iPhone 11 Pro Max, an iPhone 11 Pro, or an iPhone 11? Which one do you have? In the comments. Put that in the comments if you have one. Also, tell me what color you have. I'm saying this for a reason, because I might have something coming up. Just tell me what you have in the comments. And then tell me your screen on time and how long your phone lasts off of a charge. Because ultimately, we judge the phones by the screen on time, but really, to me, it's about how long it stays off the charger. Because every time I turn it on, it's available to use. It's no good to have a phone with 9 hours of screen on time if it only lasts for 12, 13, 16 hours off the charger, which is a lot of cases that's a lot of Android phones. I know from experience. There's Android phones that I have that got 10 hours of screen on time, but it's only lasts for 13 hours. You see what I'm saying? So it's a catch-22. But with the iPhones, you're guaranteed to get some good battery, folks. And I'm giving it to you raw, just like this. This is the phone that I'm recording with. You know what I'm saying? So I can't give it to you any other way. I choose to do it this way for you, just to show you the quality that you could possibly get. It just depends on how you want to do it. So right now, all 3 iPhones are a go for me. Every last one of them. All the iPhone 11s, the 11, 11 Pro Max, the 11 Pro that I'm using right now, all of them are a serious go from J-Will. Battery life, cameras, after that, you know what you're getting from Apple. But Apple stepped it up with their camera game for sure, and they definitely stepped it up with the battery. So what else can I tell you? It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed this discussion video. Probably just upload this straight to YouTube. Nothing fancy. Put it out like right now. What's the hold up? It's your, well, you just watched it. Of course it's, anyway, I'm out.